If money could speak, it wouldn't tell you how to get rich. You know that, right? It will teach you how to stay calm when life gets unpredictable. Because the biggest financial mistakes aren't made because we lack knowledge. They are made when fear, ego, and pressure take over. In this final part of our Psychology of Money series, Morgan also gives us something rare, not formula, not shortcuts, but wisdom. So you'll be learning why being reasonable beats being brilliant, why the future will always surprise you, why peace of mind is the greatest form of wealth. So this is the kind of book you don't just read once. It's a book you return to at different stages of your life. So if you're serious about building wealth without losing your peace, I highly recommend this book. The Psychology of Money is a book I genuinely recommend every reader should own. You're welcome back to Timbel Book Lovers, where we read to grow, reflect, and live better. I'm Timbel, and this is where we explore the world of personal finance and self-improvement through books. If this is what interests you, do not forget to hit the subscribe button right now. So let's finish the book and carry these lessons for life. Morgan starts chapter 16 with a simple truth. He said, beware of taking financial advice or cues from people playing different game than you are. That is, whose goals, risks, and lives are actually different from yours. So here's a relatable example. A single 25-year-old with no dependents can take risks. A 45-year-old parent with responsibilities cannot invest the same way, you would agree. Yet, both are often told, just do what worked for me. That's dangerous advice. Everyone's financial life is shaped by income, family, responsibilities, risk tolerance, values. There is no universal best strategy, and which is what we see online today. So the takeaway is stop copying people blindly. Build a money plan that fits your life, not someone else's highlight reel. And this is what I do for a living. As a financial planner, if you wish to be part of my private mentorship group, where I would hold you by hand and teach you, show you different plans that can best fit your life, do well to tell me in the comment section, yes, you would want to be in my group, and I will include you in it. So chapter 17 is yet another one that got to me. It says seduction of pessimism. So this chapter explains bad news, how it spreads faster than good news. Haven't you noticed? You see, Morgan says that pessimism sounds smart, right? Optimism sounds naive. But the real world example is you see headlines shouting, markets are crashing, economy is doomed, everything is getting worse. But quietly, technology improves, medicine advances, business grows, wealth is created. I could still remember recently how I heard that they now have a cure. They have something for HIV. So I heard they now have a cure for sickle cell anemia, like people with SS people. And we are saying, do you know how long it must have taken them to find solution to that problem? All the tests and errors, experiments and all of that. So progress is actually slow and boring, but disaster is loud and emotional. So here's a relatable example. People say that there is no opportunity anywhere. Yet every generation creates new wealth differently. So the takeaway is don't let fear steal long-term opportunities. Optimism is not ignorance. It's patience plus perspective. So the next point I love so much is when you believe anything. That's from chapter 18 of the book. You see, this chapter explains financial scams, bubbles, and bad decisions we all must have fallen into one of them. Morgan says people believe unrealistic stories when they want something badly enough. And that is true. People fall for get rich quick schemes, fake investments, unrealistic returns. Why is that so? Because desperation shuts down logic. We won't think at that point. All we want is actually money to take care of ourselves and fill that needs. So, but the deep truth is the more emotional you are about money, fear, greed, and urgency, the easier you had to be manipulated. So the takeaway here is just simply saying slow down, question promises sometimes. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So patience protects you and I. So one thing I appreciate about reading this book was the fact that Morgan ends up summarizing the entire book into clear principles so that we'll just get the gist of every bit of it. The key principles he mentioned is 1. Be humble about what you don't know. 2. Respect uncertainty. It is only normal. 3. Save consistently. 4. Avoid extreme risks. Know your risk tolerance. 5. Let time work. 6. Aim for enough, not excess. 7. Build margin for errors. And lastly, focus on behavior, not brilliance. I've learned all of this and I'm sure gonna apply every point here. And I hope you would too, because most financial failures are not caused by lack of knowledge, but lack of discipline. So you don't need to be exceptional. You need to be consistent, patient, and self-aware. In the final chapter of this book, Morgan shares his own money rules with us, not advice, but principles he lives by. Some of his rules are paraphrased this way: he saves aggressively, he invests long term, he avoids debts, he values peace over returns, he wants freedom, not status. So here is something we all should think deeply about. He doesn't try to maximize money. He tries to maximize sleep at night peace. So your money plan should help you sleep well, worry less, live intentionally, not impress strangers. And if you want to have this money plan, I am here to help you as your financial planner and analyst. So I'll be looking forward to your message in the comment section. So we've reached the end of the psychology of money, but hopefully the beginning of a new relationship with money for each and every one of us. This book taught us that money is emotional. Behavior matters more than intelligence. Don't think you have too much sense. It's not by too much sense. Wealth is quiet. Freedom is the goal. Peace is success. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be rich overnight. You don't need to win every time. You just need to understand yourself, respect time, stay consistent, protect your peace. If this series changed the way you think at all, even a little, then it has done its job. Please like, subscribe, and share this series to more people out there that can build healthier financial lives. This is Timbel Book Lovers, where books become wisdom and wisdom becomes a lifestyle. Thank you so much for watching down to the end. I'll see you in the next video. But before I go, the book where I'll be reviewing next month is Making It Big by Femi Otedola. I'm super excited because that's a book we all will learn a whole lot from too. And I started my year right by reading that book, January 2026. So I'll be seeing you next month, where I'll be breaking down every point from Femi Otedela's book with you. Bye.